to the Drooniverse!
And welcome one, and welcome all, I haven't touched my lights on, to the slightly early, slightly dangerous live stream thingamajiggy that we do this evening. Apologies for the slightly earlier start. There's reasons beyond my control, I'm afraid. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it to work today, so it's all good. It's all good, and I need to make best use of the time. But there we go. So apologies. So if a few of the regulars don't turn up for another hour, that'll be why. So apologies. And for those of you who are on the case with your notifications, then well done. Good for you. So there we go. Right, so let's just do the thing, because the thing is a thing and the thing must be done, even if half of us aren't here. So I will continue streaming throughout the evening, but I thought I'd make an earlier start on it as well. So there we go. Right, Commander Welsh Dragon is here in first place. Commander Welsh Dragon, 6 minutes past 6. And even I'm here before the stream officially starts, so that's a good thing. Biff 81 is here. Good to see you. Have a Boo is here with 4 thumbs up as well. Laren Dun Dragon is done dragoning for the day, slightly early. And is also here as well, which is good to see you. Orkney Sean is here with a small train. According to that, not quite sure why you've got a small train there, my friend, but good for you. Computhalian is here as well, which is good to see you. Commander Quo is here. The Spirit is wondering what time the clock will go back. It's a very, very good point. Eric _Loss is here as well. Good to see you. D Pitman 42 is here. The Kazakh is here. Good to see you. Night Sky Wanderer. Now that's a good name. I like that one. Sleepy D Wagon Man is here as well. Good to see you. Commander Rob Sabotage is here as well. I'm here as well, which is always good to know. Something's okay well is here as well. The Kazakh is here. Funny Asteroid is here, yay! Because it's never a good space game unless you have a funny asteroid. Rage W is here as well. Good to see you. Crispy77 is here as well. And the first time chat from Commander Blazowski. Good to see you. And a very, very enthusiastic looking 07 there as well. So still haven't get my hat in game. Well, no, I haven't still. I think I've got to buy some sort of outfit for my commander, but it's basically it's surprisingly expensive. All I want is a hat. To be honest, I could actually buy a real hat for less than it is for the commander customization that I need to get just a hat. So it's that's my thing. So yeah, so no, it's not daylight savings time. It's just I need to start early because because reasons and tomorrow mornings, unfortunately. So it's all. But yes, it's all okay. So am I trying to avoid you? No, of course it's not. It's a hype. It's a hyper train conductor. Got no idea. Can't help you there, Hawkty Sean, at all. So no, the vague explanation was vague. Yes, it is. Yeah. So early starts and difficult schedules to manage, basically. So yeah, you either got me now, or you didn't get me at all. It's basically how it's going to happen. So anyway, there we go. First time chat also from Kiframan as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. And yes, I have been, actually, my wife and I have been slightly under the weather this week for reasons that we can't quite explain. We've got some sort of vague lurgy-ish type thing with different symptoms, which is a bit weird. So I'm not quite sure what all that's about. So we've changed times. Didn't even notice. Well, the stream is here. The stream is here. What can we possibly do about it? So for those who will presumably pop along at some point in the foreseeable, we'll have to go through this explanation all over again. But there we go. Yeah, Orkney Shore, I've been drinking a fairly significant amount of malt whiskey. Might actually be the reason. Not that much, I assure you. Maybe I should have one before I start this stream, because then it might actually be amusing. Who knows? But there we go. Anyway, welcome one and welcome all to the slightly early, completely unscheduled, unofficially official Elite Dangerous live stream thing that we're calling it. So yeah, so we'll get on to that in a moment. So that'd be really, really good. Right, I suppose I really should press the waffling button, because we've already very much moved into the waffling stage without me actually having pressed the waffle button. So brace yourselves, my friends. Brace yourselves. Here we go. And he's back. No, that's the wrong button. I need that button. The cure for hangovers is the keep drinking. No, I'm not sure what they say lurgy wise. My wife had some sort of strange sort of backache. Um, and I just today I've just felt under the weather, slightly kind of headachy, and I know I'm describing a hangover. I can assure you it's not. Uh, it's just slightly kind of like lethargic. I'm not entirely with it now. Again, some of you might be going, "Hang on a minute." He's never entirely with it, and you would be accurate in all respects. But even if I sort of reset my normal level of incompetence to, let's say, 10, I'm definitely I'm definitely below that at the moment. So you have to bear with me. The throat is a tad sore, and the headache is definitely slightly there. But it's I want to be here. I want to do some stuff. And just enjoy it. So I thought I'll start a bit early. And yeah, and it was a sort of last minute decision, unfortunately. So I'll get it going, and then see how well I do. And if I conk out halfway through, and all you see on the screen is a bunch of Zs from my keyboard, then you know exactly what's happened. Does that make sense? That's about as much as I can get to. Yes, I've taken ibuprofen and I've taken various other things during the day, and yeah, it's keeping it at bay. So yeah, fast spinning space stations are definitely not what I need at all. We demand the normal level of incompetence. I'll try and reach those dizzying heights for you, Aussie G. That's okay. Ah dear. So yes, and the weather's been bad. Well, it's not very cheerful. We had some amazing weather for 2 weeks, and now winter's come back. I'm told that in Scotland, this is the springiness that we had 2 weeks ago is called fake spring or false spring or just lying spring. Basically, you get a bit of spring, and then this basically lulls you into a false sense of security, and then winter comes back and bites you. Or actually, it's one of our newfound friends up here saying, "No, winter just hides around the corner and smashes you over the head with a chair." That's Scotland for you. So we've sort of been plunged back into the ice age this week. The temperatures have dropped below zero once more, having been at 18 degrees last week. So the temperature swings are quite dramatic, actually, from one week to the next. You can go out. I mean, that last week, literally, I was working in my garden in a t-shirt doing the lawn mowing, and this week it's like, oh yeah, it's one of those. If I go outside, I'll have to say to my wife, "I may be some time." So I don't know what's going on with the weather at the moment. It's very British, I think the weather. It's something to talk about, which we Brits like to do. We like to talk about the weather, interminably for no obviously good reason. Yeah, anyway, so there we go. So yeah, so there's been a few interesting bits and pieces with Elite Dangerous this week. Not least the fantastically high speed spinning stage stations that somebody made. I presume it's a bug, a slightly curious one. I don't know if some of you have seen that video. I saw it on my Discord. I can't remember who reported it, but it was somebody built an orbit station around a a pulsar, and it's quite entertaining. Uh, Basically, it's now orbiting at extremely high speeds and then also rotating at extremely high speeds as well. I presume it's some sort of outcome of the ability to build a station in particular locations. I don't know. Uh, it's a rather curious thing. And it was, I must admit, I watched it for a few minutes, and then I started feeling dizzy. So I had to click and look at something else. But it was good. Yeah. It was quite true. Um, yeah, so they had snow in Sunderland, did they? Wow. I mean, it's trying to snow in Warwickshire. I mean, trying to snow. I mean, that's very British, isn't it? Aussie G says it's trying to snow. It's like it's either just snow or just don't snow. Don't none of this half half snowing business. Yeah, we actually had sleet and hail today. That was mildly interesting. I quite like slightly interesting weather. What the bit I don't like, we get quite a lot in the UK, is the sort of damp greyness that just drills and doesn't have any features at all. So the cloud is totally featureless. Yeah, the rain is virtually featureless. And then, I much prefer, if it's going to rain, chuck it down. Or if it's going to snow, let's have a blizzard for half an hour. Or if it's going to hail, I want to see some stuff come out of the sky. I don't mind weather where weather actually is interesting. And then it can go and change and do something else. But the boring kind of insipidness of some of the UK weather is a bit depressing. But there we go. Never mind. But the good thing about Scotland is if you wait 30 minutes, there'll be some new weather come along. It just, that's how fast it changes, which is quite funny. That's the default setting in Wales. Yeah, so I mean that's the problem. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to live on the west coast of the British Isles, because it's just the Atlantic coming in and dumping on you basically. So here in the east, it's surprisingly good a lot of the time, except when the wind is in the north, which it is at the moment. In which case, it's cold and it's wet. On the plus side, however, I did get my internets upgraded. So a very nice man came and installed a new dish. I couldn't really understand a great deal of what he was saying. This was, there's various different versions of Scottish accents up here, some of which are quite pleasant to listen to. Some of which are kind of like, just slow down there a little bit for me and I'll see if I can figure out what you're saying. And then they usually get there. And then there are some that are basically like, I have no idea what you just said. And I've got the choice at that point. You know when you're in a nightclub and somebody's shouting something at you and you've no idea what they said. Not that I've been to a nightclub for decades, but you know what I mean. You kind of got the choice between going, yeah, you're right, and asking them to repeat whatever it was that that they said, which of course you won't hear the second time. It was a bit like that. I think it was Doric, yeah, and it's like I have no idea. And given it was about a surprisingly technical thing, I sort of got IP and DNS in there, but other than that, it's totally impenetrable. But it's all working, and I've got this new, I've got this super new antenna now, which is probably about 4 times the surface area of the old one, which means my internet connection will be even more reliable than it was before, which is good. See, Jesus, when I first lived in Scotland, my now wife had to translate whatever barman said to me. That's partly why I married her. Yeah, so bigger, shinier is good, yeah, and that's basically where we are. He probably was, yeah. I mean, it's impossible to tell whether you're being insulted or not up here. You just have to kind of nod inanely and hope for the best, which is a survival tactic, basically, I've employed for my entire life. And I'm still here, so it clearly works. Anyway, let us proceed with the wonder that is Elite Dangerous, because there has been a little bit of stuff other than errant space stations floating about. There has been a little bit of stuff this week, so let's mosey on into down and see what's going down, shall we? Right, I think it's Tubi, what the hell would you call this? Yes, apologies. You'll have to go back and watch the rest of the stream. There is an explanation. It's not a very good one, but there is an explanation. Suffice to say, I'm not feeling 100% well, and I need an early night, so I'm starting early. I went to meet you, but you're late. What's the matter, man? Get on with it. I mean, you haven't missed anything actually. I mean, all I've been doing is waffling, as I usually do for the first part of the stream. So there we go. Okay, so the only word ball bag is the word you want to look out for if to describe someone else's laugh. If it's aimed at you, get ready for a fight. Okay. I've been told that if somebody calls you pal in Scotland, that's not a good sign. Whereas probably the rest of the UK, it's probably not quite so bad. So nobody's called me pal yet, so I'm okay. Right, let's press on with this mediocrity that I call the officially unofficial Elite Dangerous live stream. Here we go. Well, quickly, there's a first time chat there from Marikaz. Good to see you, 07 Command. Right, so what do we have here? This is good old Galnet. Has anything Has anything happened in the universe of Elite Dangerous? Let's make this a bit bigger. Um, approximately mediocre. Yes, adequately mediocre. I wouldn't say I was that good. Not at all. So not a great deal actually. As I've pointed out before with Galnet, there seems to be a remarkable lack of any kind of events happening anywhere in the entire known universe. Um, but so yeah, so the 6th of March, was that when was that? Is that actually that was the day after my last stream. So yes, last stream there was no Galnet whatsoever. This stream, uh, a single thing has happened, and the Brewer Corporation Trailblazer fleet has been upgraded. Excellent. So let's find out what's going on. The campaign to update Brewer Corporation's Trailblazer fleet has concluded in the Minerva system. Was that another CG that I missed? I haven't done any CGs for a long time. Thanks to the yes, it was. Thanks to the efforts of independent pilots ferrying shipments to Minerva, a total of 5 additional Trailblazer megaships will be placed in strategic locations on the fringes of the core systems, providing a hub of tradable materials and services for early colonies. Okay, so the Brewer Corporation is taking the whole colonization thing very, very seriously indeed. Brewer Ku, COO, or Chief Operating Officer. Interesting that we've just an aside there. Interesting that we've still got the same corporate structures in place in the 30. What are we in the 34th century that we have in the 21st? Can't really see that being the case, but there we go. I'm sure we'll have come across something better than that particular governance model by the time. So there we go. Anyway, Brewer Chief Operating Officer Mark Brennick embarked on a campaign success. Once again, we have received widespread support and confirmation of our efforts, which is both humbling and inspiring. It is obvious that there is great appetite for breaching the latest frontier to establish new colonies, further expanding humanity's sphere of influence in our section of the galaxy. The Trailblazer megaships are expected to be deployed in the coming weeks. Participants can now collect their rewards from the initiative. Yay. So yeah, rundown time. Apologies. Yes, you're not late. Yeah, early is the new late. It's entirely my responsibility. I have explained it, and for reasons that will no longer become clear, we started early this evening. Have I? Wintermute says, have you seen the notification about extended downtime tomorrow? Is that just in general, or is that Elite Dangerous? Because I think I might have some extended downtime tomorrow. Oh dear. It's all gone wibbly wobbly timey wimey. It has indeed. Oh, so okay, so stuff is busted again, is it? Okay, so interesting enough, I haven't whether it's because I'm slightly under the weather, but I haven't detected any grammar errors in tonight's Galnet, which I'm most disappointed by. The only thing I think I would comment on here is that great appetite for breaching the latest frontier. I'm not sure you can breach a frontier. I think you can go past a frontier or possibly cross a frontier, but I'm not sure you can breach a frontier. But that's a minor criticism. I'm not sure that even comes under the remit of grammar errors. So maybe they've upped their game a little bit as a result. So they've just said there would be extended downtime, no mention of what it's for. Okay, so is colonization busted once more? Is that what we read into that? I think I saw a message on the game as I logged in. Does it say anything about it? Oh, I'm actually in the game, so that's not going to help. It said something about colonization. So yeah, so is it broken again? So I'm waiting. Bated breath. Okay, so they say it's because of colonization. Colonization contacts are paused, it says on the main menu. Oh, because it's still not been turned back on after a week. Okay, so there are some issues. Orkney Sean summarises the entire situation. It's bust. The only mention in the game is about the colonization context pause they're looking. So presumably without the colonization context, you can't actually do anything anyway, can you? Unless you've already got something. So have we been across to the Pink Panther since we built it? Is it still stuck in a sort of not completed state? I suppose I can check the game in a minute to find out what's going on. Oh, someone was hacking. Ooh, what doing what? What were they doing? Were they sort of inadvertently making lots and lots of bases? Okay, so you can build your already claimed system. Okay, so we left the Pink Panther and it was not entirely finished. Oh, you've taken missions. Oh, I need to go back and look at the Pink Panther now. It's fully operational then. Witness the mission power of this fully armed and operational. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong stream. That was Monday. Some commander used exploits to colonize like crazy. Okay, well, there's always one, isn't there? There's always going to be one. Aussie G mumbles like being a proper beta. That ship has once again sailed, hasn't it? Dear. Anyway, so okay, well, Galnet's quite quiet, so that's fair enough. So someone claimed that a cheater had claimed 130 systems before being stopped and banned. Wow. Someone basically claimed to build Orbis ports in several systems in a matter of. So how do they do that? What do they do? Do they subvert the API of the game or something? What's the mech? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe we shouldn't be discussing such things. It's weird. Smart enough to exploit it, but so dumb they make it obvious that they. That's right. That's the problem, isn't it? You could just make a couple every day, couldn't you? Maybe it would kind of stay under the radar. Okay, so there's no info on how it was done. Interesting stuff. Those sneaky hackers doing their sneaky stuff. Anyway, right. That's enough of the Galnet. Oh, they bragged about it. You see, that's where you go wrong, isn't it? Make one every week. You would never be caught. Exactly. Now the exploit's going to be fixed. The silly fella. So, yep, I know. That's the sort of old school equivalent of robbing a bank and then going to buy a Ferrari, isn't it? When all you had before was like the clothes on your back and the walking stick. It's like it looks a little bit suspicious. Okay, so there's also a major bug related to placement of tier 2 and tier 3 stations according to the Axios. Okay. Don't forget Trailblazers was feature complete when deployed. The problem is I got to remove some of the features. FD will be fixed by giving everyone 130 extra stations. Well, we could have fun with that, I suppose. So does anybody have any idea how many stations have therefore been built by players in the game thus far? Because it's only been a few weeks, hasn't it? Are we talking hundreds or thousands, or how far has it got? 8,000. That's insane. Wow. It's over 130. Lots then, basically. 8,000 new systems. How many were? Does anybody know roughly how many were in the bubble prior to it being opened out? Ugly Spirits. Well, you're free to have your tea, my friend. Just munch away in the corner. Right. Just don't spill any crumbs on your keyboard, okay? Okay, so the bubble is around 20,000 systems. So actually, that's almost a 50% increase, isn't it? Well, it's a 40% increase, actually. It's not almost 50. It's exactly 40%. I've just done the maths in my head. That's quite a lot, actually, isn't it? 40% increase. But you can't build in Colonia, sadly. That's a shame. Yeah. Is it all sort of in and around the bubble, or are people heading? Is it? I suppose we could have a look. But is it heading in any particular direction? Are people colonizing, towards the center of the galaxy, towards the edge, or is it just randomly placed, like we did, basically? Some said that 10,000 colonies. So the bubble's going to expand pretty fast. Although, of course, the bigger the radius gets, then the slower the edge will increase. Okay, Pleiades, Lagoon Nebula. So people are building out in those directions to kind of make bridges. Not going to take long to get there, is it? Cannon are heading down. Okay, interesting. I claimed a system in the northwest part of the bubble towards the core. Building that for the last couple of weeks. The radius is still 16 light years to jump around. Okay. The axis has been focused on the Pleiades, which would make sense if you want to get out there and think things up. Interesting. Right. Anyway, we'll go and have a look at that in a bit. So let's go to some community comms because there is news from the community. Bum bum bum. Brace yourselves, my friends. Here we go again. And here we are. And yes, you're absolutely correct there, Commander Wolfgang. It's Distant World 3, and they've got a rather natty logo actually. I rather like this. Um, so yeah, so they've done some. I like the way they're promoting it thus far. It's pretty cool, and it seems to be getting a good response actually online as well. So everyone's very enthusiastic about it. But what have they basically said? So here's the hype bit. Okay, 6 years have passed, 6 long years since the stars last called us forth. It's very epic, which I like actually for this sort of stuff. But now the wait is over. It's time to brush the dust off those cherished Distant Worlds 1 and Distant Worlds 2 decals. Breathe life back into your trusty rust buckets that once took you to Beagle and back, and ready yourself for a journey of cosmic proportions. Bum bum bum. Just needs some music, doesn't it? Yeah. 6 long years. Yeah, it's never a short year, is it? Actually, a year is apart from leap years, is exactly the same length of time every year. So there we go. For the seasoned voyagers, destiny beckons you once more. And for those yet to embark on the Distant Worlds adventure, prepare to join us on an odyssey unlike everything you ever imagined. The galaxy awaits. Will you answer the call? So off we go. Uh, William UGB says, any news about the hack they've hired to write some guff for them? Yes. Yeah, he's a notorious, infamous figure, from what I understand. Yeah, with outrageously inflated sense of self-importance by many accounts. Yeah, just one of the usual. Yeah, I wouldn't pay too much attention to him at all. He's very mediocre indeed. So anyway, so basically what they basically said. So there was a previous thread on the forum which basically said we are thinking about doing this, and everyone went, "Yay, do it!" And so they basically come back and said, "Yes, we're going to do it." So we're thrilled to officially confirm the expedition is a go. Excellent, and it's shaping up to be our most ambitious and comprehensive event to date. Okay, so they want to deliver an expansive gameplay experience featuring exploration and discovery, scientific investigation, industry, logistics, trade, an interfleet transportation system, and an engaging narrative from somebody. Participants can also look forward to a variety of quests and missions that will shape their journey. So this is all good stuff. This is actually content for the game, which is coming from the player base, which is a good thing to support. This will be our most ambitious project yet, surpassing anything we've achieved with the previous 2 Distant Worlds events. So they're not aiming to start this year, which is kind of what we expected. They're aiming to start in 2026. So we've got plenty of time to prep, and even I will be able to get my engineering and materials gathering done by then, I would have thought. So they're going to align with the 10th anniversary of Distant Worlds 1. But they're going to be doing some stuff in the interim, which is good. Yeah, so they're going to build some stuff using the colonisation update, and going to launch from there on Distant Worlds 3, which is cool. So you can get involved with some stuff, at the beginning. So like last time, there'll be a roster which you can sign up to. That's in May. They're going to be doing the colonisation event, the Shoulder of Orion, which is again a nice little nod there to certain sci-fi franchises that some of you may be familiar with. There'll be some carriers and distant radio. So there's a podcast with astrophysicist Dr. Sarah Bozeman, which should be pretty cool. There's going to be more events, June, July. There's going to be some science stuff. In September, there's going to be a summary, apparently, of the Distant Worlds narrative. So whoever that guy is going to have to get his skates on, isn't he? And maybe put some narrative together. So we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. But yeah, there's all exciting stuff. There's quite a few well-known sort of veteran, I suppose, or is that the right word? veteran commanders involved in this stuff. So I think it's going to be a pretty good event. I think given that the player base is, if you like, back because Elite's sort of been re-energized by Frontier, this is this is probably going to be the biggest in-game event, certainly for a long time, and possibly ever in the game. So it will be something that's um, worth getting involved in and keeping an eye on. If that's your bag, okay. So I mean, if you just want to tool around the galaxy and keep making money, but that you can do that anytime, right? Given that most of us now have an alt account or two, I'm sure you can probably spare one for this uh, this escapade. So Distant Worlds 1 and Distant Worlds 2 were just the beaters for this. Well, Distant Worlds 2 was an awful lot bigger than Distant Worlds 1, so it's going to be interesting to see. So there's like engineering expertise in there, and then stuff is going on. I imagine that Frontier will probably be involved in this in some way or another, but I don't think that's confirmed at the moment, and Frontier are probably being a little bit coy about exactly what they'll support. At the very least, they're going to have to bolster the servers because, as we know, Distant Worlds 2 crashed the servers with the mass hyperspace jump at the beginning of the last time, so that was quite good. So hopefully nothing too chronic happens in the core worlds in 2026, but there we go. So there's going to be some sciencey stuff. This is going to be quite interesting. So yeah, so we're contributing to like a collaborative scientific project, which is quite good. There are DW3 fleet carriers. Now, I'm not sure, they're sort of effectively encouraging here that you don't take your own fleet carrier along because that sort of spoils the effect, but I don't know how they're going to actually prevent anybody doing it. Commander Face Gyro says, I remember that crash, I was there when it happened. Yes. Seriously, AM says, how long was the expedition like DW3? Well, I'm just trying to think. It was several months. To I'm just trying to remember actually with Deep Distant World Switch, probably 4 or 5 months in total from beginning to end, depending on how fast you were. I think it was probably about 3 months to do the outward journey, and then you could sort of come back at whatever speed you wanted to do, because there were lots of rendezvous points along the way where you sort of met up and did stuff together. Um, so so Okay, so there are certain events during Distant Worlds 3 which will be exclusive to specific ships. So there's a Sidewinder, um, honorary Sidewinder excursion for the really hardcore guys. Um, so and a hauler for a one-off event, and an adder, interesting enough, for a one-off event. There are some racing types in there: Viper Mark 3 and Imperial Eagle, and the Cobra Mark 3. And then if you want to help out with carrier stuff, then you can do that other bits and pieces as well. So there's going to be lots and lots of things to carry out there. So I think what they're kind of aiming at is that if you're into various different types of activity in Lake Dangerous, there should be something for you. I think that's what they're trying to encourage as much as possible for you to do. Interesting enough here, this map that's being displayed in the middle is I believe a Kickstarter award, because I've actually got a printout of this, of the original kind of map of the bubble as it was when the game started 10 years ago, which was sort of done as a kind of anniversary of a similar map that was printed out for the Frontier Elite 2 game. So it's a small screen grab of that, which is quite natty, quite like that. They are. So the actual route is not going to be the same emphasis as it was before. So here you're looking at going through the abyss, visiting Beagle Point, and all the other places. So they've been highlights before, but they're not going to be the key impact of this particular one. They're going to be divided into 4 phases. And won't be taking the same path. So you can't go out in advance and camp there to save yourself some time. Interesting enough here, unfortunately for console or legacy versions. So this is quite interesting because this is um, based on responses, and community feedback found that responses from console only players were minimal and very little from legacy players too. So there aren't many people left actively on console and or in the legacy environment, which I must admit I was slightly surprised at actually. But so they're not going to be making any content for the older versions of the game that are not, if you like, supported by Frontier directly. So I guess that's yet another death knell, unfortunately, nail in the coffin for that side of things as well. Obviously, anybody still on those platforms is more than welcome to sort of tag along with the space, but you won't be able to see anybody. But they are providing an option for them to be visible on the roster at least. So there is a Discord. Go and plug yourself into that if you're not already on it, and basically watch this space. So yeah, and there's a nasty little teaser which is quite pretty as well. So if you haven't seen that, then go click on that as well. So yeah, so there's a whole bunch of stuff coming there, and it's shaping up to be quite a decent sized event. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And there's even a Distant Worlds website which is on its way as well. So you'll be able to go and click on that and investigate stuff, which will be quite good. So yes, I'm for my sins, I'm involved in some of the narrative stuff in there as well, which is going to be interesting to do, and I shall keep you posted if I'm allowed. Because I'm like I am on most of these things by the Distant Worlds organizer. I'm sworn to secrecy. I was allowed to tell you about it a week earlier that it was coming by special permission, but I'm afraid I can't reveal anything until I'm allowed to reveal it. So I will reveal what I'm allowed to reveal, and if that's an exclusive on this stream, then it will be an exclusive on this stream. But otherwise, I'll know when you know. So we see how it goes. But there we go. He knows something. It's Rexler. Get him. But yeah, so I'm rather excited because I think it's got the potential to be one of the biggest events, and it's a lot of fun hanging around with other people with a bit of a purpose to do it. And these guys do know how to organise things. Okay, they're very very good at organising things. Probably some of the best organisation that there's ever been for online events in Elite Dangerous. And these guys know what they're doing, so it is good. So it is good, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. And welcome to where's he gone? Top Shot. Oh, yes. Where's he gone? Yes, there he is. Commander Top Shot. Welcome, Top Shot. And yes, you're late. No, you're not. We started early for reasons which will no longer be explained again. So there we go. So yeah, exciting stuff from the community. I'm thinking it does. It's not a secret until you tell us exactly. So we'll see how it goes. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it should be good stuff. So something to look forward to, but kicking off in 2026. But there are some events prior to that, and we'll go for it. So we should probably jump into the game at this point and go and have a look at the Pink Panther and find out what state it's in, because I'm quite interested to know whether it's up and running now. So if you fancy trundling along the game, we can go and have a look. And I will see you there. So hang on a minute. Yeah, Solstice Project. Sorry. I'm a bit under the weather, so I started earlier. So ideally, I can finish a bit earlier. That's basically what happened. So normal service should hopefully be resumed in the future. Now, actually thinking about it, just so it's like a heads up, 2 weeks time. I think it's 2 weeks time. We are scheduled to have some power cuts here on Wednesday. I think it's the 26th. Yeah, it's Wednesday 26th. So 2 weeks time, I might not be streaming because I might be sitting here in the dark with a candle, depending on how whatever the electricity board is doing goes. So just advance warning. I'll mention it next week as well. So possibly in 2 weeks time, there might not be a stream because there might not be any power. So we'll see. Well, I could get the generator out, but it's really rather difficult. But I haven't got one. I haven't done my solar backup yet either. So no, I need all those stuffs are in the pipeline of things to do. But I've got. Would you believe it? I've got an extremely long list of things that I've got to do. Many items submitted by my wife. You might be surprised to know. Uh, and I need to get on with it. But there we go. So right, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Get on with it. He says. Here goes for the playthrough, my friends. Right, are you ready? Brace yourselves once more. Right, we're back into the game. Because that says, I can engineer a sidewinder for jump range, 40 light years. Kiddo Garen says distant ganks 3. Well, to be honest, the ganking wasn't. I mean, there was a bit of it, but there wasn't actually too much of a problem because most of the gankers simply couldn't be bothered to get out there. If they did get, if they did get, a couple of kills, then what would happen is um, that they would eventually get set upon and get killed themselves. At which point they'd go back to wherever they started from and have to do the whole trek again. So the further we got out with Distant Worlds 2, that's the problem it became because we were just so far out. Anyway. Arrakis says, evening, you. Good to see you, Arrakis. Sorry, we have started early this evening because I'm a bit under the weather, I'm afraid. Some sort of lurginess is going on. Right, so let us resume the game. Pum, pum, pum. And see what's going on. Now, what was I doing? I was doing some engineering. Now, just FYI for you guys, I did go and do a bit more engineering offline as well. Online, obviously, but off stream, shall I say. And the Harkonnens are here. Good to see you as well. Ethnification as well. Good to see you. Apologies that, yes, we're running at slightly different time. But yeah, you're all catching up now because it's nearly 8 o'clock, which is good. So I did complete my grade 5 thingamajig from Felicity. And I did go back to the SEAT system and do the experimental upgrade. So it should just been mentioned. We're late. Get over it. So the experimental upgrade, and I chose something called Manage Mass because there were like 5 options presented to me, and I had no idea what they were. So I looked on Reddit, and everyone said go and do Manage Mash. So that's what I did. So my ship now has my little Mandalay, the Dumouriez, now has 78.61 light years of jump range. Which seems to be to speak with your mass manager. It's a good choice, says Marcuse DeVille. Mass manager is the best experiment for FSDs. You almost never want anything else. Okay, that seemed to be the impression I got from the Reddit thread I was reading. So we're now at 78. Now I've been told I can get to 90. But I'm not convinced because I've never really taken engineering all that seriously. I don't think I've got all the engineers unlocked. So let's just have a quick look at what I might be able to do. So I was having a look at Lee Chung, and he does shield generators, which I have got one of. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of lightweight. It just says enhance, so I can add a bit more power, but I don't really want to do that because that's going to seems to be detract from my optimized hull mass, so I haven't bothered with that one. Elvira Martuk did frame shift drives as well, so that doesn't seem to be very helpful. And shield generators again. There's no lightweight. Doesn't seem to be any lightweight options there. Felicity did do. She did. What else did she do? She did something about a lightweight life support or a scanner or something. So I think I did that one, but she only goes to level 3. And then the rest of these guys, I don't think I haven't unlocked anything beyond ram tie, you see. So no shield is lighter than ship. Yeah, but Commander Wolf Dragon, you've seen my flying skills, such as they are. So I don't really know if I've got much more engineering I can do that's actually worth me doing, unless I go and unlock the engineers. which I really just haven't bothered to do because I've only ever done explorationary stuff in Elite Dangerous. Okay, so top shot, the strip down option is the experimental effect on what? The shield? So you don't want to be fragile out in the void. No, not really. I mean, the ship isn't too bad, but I don't want to waste. See, the problem with this one is it seems to reduce the optimal hull mass, which I presume will negatively impact my jump range. So the power plant, yeah. See, the problem is I haven't unlocked anybody who does that sort of stuff. I don't know where it is actually. So look, power plant stuff is right down the bottom here. Power Marco Quint, which is like, although I could maybe earn access to the Sirius system before we can meet. So, is that a good thing? And they're going to say 84 light years on laser. I mean, how much? Okay, no, it won't. So enhanced low power shields is the way to go for most experiment builds that are shielded. Okay, so it is worth doing. Okay, well, I can do that because I've got the thingy pinned. So I think I've got most of the stuff here. So you're saying this one's actually worth doing it, is it? Enhanced low power shields is the way to go. Okay, so I can do. Well, in that case, I shall go do it. Let's. How do I actually? I've got to go to the local services, am I? Because I'm not actually in his system. But you need to be at the engineer's workshop to add experimental effects. Okay, that makes sense. So how do I? Engineer's workshop. There we go. So I had sensors. So there's a lightweight sensor. I think I've done this one. Yes, I've done lightweight scanner up until 3, but I don't have any proto-light alloys. So that one I can go a bit further on. But I need proto-light alloys and proto-radiolic alloys, which I've never come across as far as I'm aware. So, okay, so that's that one. There is the shield generator. So you're saying this one's actually worth doing. Enhanced low power shields. So I can do at least some of this. And I can trade some materials at some stage, so I might be able to get a bit further. Okay, well let's do the low powered shields then. Okay, so Commander Vex has managed 90. If I could get it above 90, I think I'd be happy. Let's go for it. Okay, so that's level 1. It does say experimental effect there. What happens if I click that then? Okay, so why is it? Oh, is it because I'm actually there? Am I actually at the? Am I actually at the engineer's base? I think I am. I was thinking, why is it working? Okay, so I'm actually at the engineer's base. That's why it's working. Right, so we've done that one. This one is easy to do. Oh, we're there yet. Okay. Right, so that's level 3 coming up. I've only got a few of these precipitated alloys, and I think I need 3, obviously, to do it. Okay, so that's that. So do I need... Will the experimental effect work? So which experimental effect should I use? And it might not even work. Okay, so you can put a high cap for some serial power, but if you don't have enough power up, then go stripped down or even low draw. Okay, so low draw. Okay, if you're short on power, go low draw. I think power's okay. If I want jump range, go strip down. Okay, so strip down is so I need some. Okay, so proto light alloys is the thing that I don't have that I might need. Okay, and I think I'm right in saying that in order to do these ones, I need some. I can do 1. I need some thermic alloys. Okay, so hang on a minute. Let me go and make a note of the things what I need. We'll try and take in the Pink Panther as well along the way. So I need thermic alloys. I need another 3 of them. What do I need for level 5? Military grade alloys. I'm going to need 5 of them, aren't I? And to do the experimental effect, which is now... Oh, there it is. That I'm going to need another... I'm going to need a proto-light alloy. It reminds me of the original Leap, just trying to write things down on a piece of paper. At least I've got an app. I could put all this on an R, I could, but that would require me learning something new, which I think tonight might be asking. Sirius AM says strip down will barely give any jump range. Okay, so there's a bit of a difference of opinion. Does look very messy. Good to see you. I see high-grade emission visits in your new future. Okay, so is that... I got a bunch of those, didn't I? So where are these are all manufactured goods, aren't they? Thermic alloys, military-grade alloys, and proto-light alloys, presumably are all manufactured. So I'm going to have to go to Inara now. So let me show you what I'm looking at there. Let's go to Inara. And I'm going to need to find my nearest... Ooh, not type. There we go. Told you I was a bit under the weather. Right, so... search nearest. And I want a materials trader, don't I? Okay. And I need a... Oh, I need to go to the right system. Which system am I in, by the way? It's the blind leading the incompetent. That's what it is. Right, we are in the Lac-Sac system. Lac-Sac. Okay. Search. Alright, manufactured is Cassidy Orbital in the Wolgander system. Okay. Sirius AM, can I share a useful Hugajigger finder link in here? Yes, you can share your Hugajigger as well. Please do. Isn't our sync? Oh, I thought it was, but it seems to have unsigned me in. So let me just see if I can find it. Yeah, now it's picked me up. Now it obviously signed me out again. So there's me with all my stuff. Does it know where I am? Oh, import game data error. Auto is busted. Import your game data from, I think I'm Frontier. Got to log in again. See if I can make this work. It would be helpful. I'm sure I've done this before. Here it goes. Okay, elite dangerous materials help is supposed to be meant to be useful. I've not used it for myself. Okay, so what's Sirius AM sending me to some dodgy link here? Let's see what that is. High-grade emissions finder. Oh, okay. So use this tool to locate G5 materials. Okay, that's pretty quite good. See, how do you survive without these sort of tools? I mean, there we go. Commander Wolf Dragon, I did offer you the opportunity to the farmwall match you needed. I may have missed a message. Did you contact me in game? Because I apologize, I was concentrating on another screen at the time. Well, look, there's some proto alloys here and stuff. Military grade alloys, and I don't know where these systems are compared to where I am at the moment. Anyway, okay. Well, we'll do that. Okay, so it seems to have imported that, which is good. So now I've lost where I was going to. Nearest stations. That's the one I want. So I need to go to the Wolgander system, appears to be the nearest one. So let's go there. Let's Wolgander ourselves across there. Right, let's do that. The Wolgander system. Somebody sent me a friend request. I shall answer that. There we go. The Wolgander system. Can I remember? Walgander. There it is. Not too far away, which is always nice. But we do need to go and pop past the Pink Panther at some point as well. Oh, and collector limpets and stuff. See, I haven't really set this up for collector limpet thingamajiggies. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. See how many. We'll see. We'll see how many other bits and pieces I might be able to swap for the materials I need to finish up. Because I don't think I need to do much more. If I could get it above 90, I think that's good enough. Oh, what's up with the graphics in the background there?
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
What's that? Is that a glitch or is that a genuine? Let's go and have a look. Oh, ugh. What is happening there? Looks like a sort of something. Looks like a sand is collapsing. Ooh. What's going on with the landscape there? Oh, it's all over the place. Is it? It's all bugged out. Is that my client? It's the light bending machine obstructing the engineer's base. Looks like the ground's collapsing everywhere you go. That's horrible. So I updated my PC did download a new graphics driver today, NVIDIA. I wonder if that's affected it a bit.
Disengaging automated flight control routine.
It's a beta planet.
Safe travels, Commander.
Anyway, let's see if it sorts itself out. The game seems running.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
Yes, I say I like the idea of massive sandworms there. That's much more exciting, isn't it? It is the NVIDIA update, is it? Okay. Should I have not done the NVIDIA update then? Because I mean, you know, normally with these updates, I just do them and think. So as the I avoid updating graphics driver updates for good reasons. Okay, so NVIDIA's drivers have recently been a bit of a mess. Okay, interesting. So maybe I need to downgrade my graphics driver or something.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so we're here. Go, Dark Lion, good to see you. Yes, sorry, I'm basically feeling a bit under the weather tonight, so I started a bit earlier. I should have provided extra notice, but it was either a case of if I don't start soon, I shall conk out. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I'm okay, but I've definitely got some kind of lurginess going on. So my usual total professionalism in terms of flying, and remarkable combat and exploration skills and complete mastery of the Elite Dangerous game as you're accustomed to experiencing it on my stream might be slightly impaired this evening. Right, we're aiming for Cassidy Orbital, wherever that is. Which I don't see here at all. Which is a bit strange. Why have we jumped into a different system? We're not in the right place. That's not where I told the system to go. My total incompetence. Why has it gone there? Oh, didn't it jump all the way? I'm confused. It was a driver issue. Okay. Now I've lost the Walgander system. Why did it go to HIP? What is it doing? I did click on the. Oh, I didn't click on HIP 99005, did I? What's going on?
Frameshift drive charging.
Anyway, completely hyperspaced in the wrong direction there for reasons of to go back and look at the stream and find out what's going on. So first time chat from Fat. I don't know how you pronounce that without saying the word fat, but there we are. Anyway, thank you. Good to see you. Oh no, busted the game as well. Dear. So it's a driver issue. You mean me, the driver, or just generally drivers? Jump plotter has been a bit weird lately. Yeah. So, oh, okay, bang. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Yeah, so I've now transferred my virus to the game. Okay, so now back in space. Sorry for the, of course, the wing that I was in has just disintegrated. So we're still heading in the right direction. Let's try that again, shall we?
Frameshift drive charging.
It's just delete trying to compete with Star System. I must go back and play Star System again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. See what's going on there, because last time I had a look at it I didn't recognise anything. It changed so much.
3, 2, 1.
A bit of percussive maintenance is called for, indeed it is. That's what we need. Oh, come on, do the thing. Is it going to work? It's a long hyperspace jump. It's a very long hyperspace jump. An exceedingly long hyperspace jump. I like hyperspace though, don't you? Very relaxing, just watching as space-time continues. Oh, there it goes. Finally. Ah, dear. There's Cassidy Orbital. Let's go there. And see if I've got anything I can swap for stuffs. Let's re-establish the team, shall we? There we are. It was a Brabant tunnel, yes. I know all about those. Space! Yep. Right, so Cassidy Orbital has a materials trader of the manufactured type. Honestly, I must admit, anybody coming new to this game now, I mean, the information overload. I mean, I suppose it's good in some ways because there is genuinely a lot of content in the game compared to 10 years ago when it started. But there's so much stuff. I mean, if you were coming to this brand new, I think it would be very overwhelming. I mean, it's overwhelming enough for me, and I've been playing it for 10 years. But that's because I've got you guys to help me out. So the moment I get overwhelmed, I just say, guys, how the hell does this work? It is confusing, and so much of it takes so long to do as well, and it's not immediately obvious from inside the game what some of the stuff is supposed to do. Frank Miner optimistically thinks that the game would settle down after. Well, I think they've turned the game up. They've turned colonisation off to an extent, haven't they? So we can't do any new. It really is it's definitely a bit laggy, isn't it? Just in the sort of scene transition part.
Delta Romeo Echo. This port operates under federal.
I suppose it shows it's popular. I think that's
Submit a request before landing.
that's very true.
Access granted. Your assigned landing pad is number 2.
I mean, yeah, I tend to agree with you, Orkney Sean. It still takes a long time to do all the things that you want to do. It's certainly better than it was. I mean, remember the old days when you could hardly get any engineering materials, and when you did use them, it was totally random as to not even generate you a useful result. I mean, how anybody thought that was fun gameplay, I've got no idea, but that's what engineering was like at the beginning.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
It was pretty grim. I just didn't do it. Oh, I'm on the wrong pad now.
Warning. This landing pad has not been assigned to you. Move away, Commander.
Oh, it shows how I'm very much not with it. What pad did I land on? That one was the wrong one. Oops. They'll be lucky to survive this, aren't they? There we go. Yeah, Rundle, that's why I never bothered. I mean, it's doable now.
Power down your engines.
I would say it's doable now. We used to have to be paying attention. So I only do it. I've only really ever done engineering for kind of exploration stuff because I just once you start thinking about the weapons and the shields and all that cobblers, I just can't be bothered. Misfit, you're not really late, and it's entirely my fault. I'm too exhausted to explain it anymore. Right. So, what am I doing? Oh yeah, materials. Yeah. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Map trading, right? I need. What do I need? So here's my handy notepad. Thermic alloys. Where are they? Anybody see any thermic alloys? Let's see. Phase alloys. Protolite. Oh, I need some of them. I need one of those, don't I? So let's get one of them. Right. I need some thermic alloys. I don't even see those. Where are they? Chemical processes. Oh, there they are. Thermic alloys. Right. So I need 3 thermic alloys. The core dynamics composites I don't need. Okay, so that gives me 2 thermic alloys. I need 3. Where do they go? Thermic alloys. I want some more of those. Do I need heat vanes? Don't think I do. I've got 2 sets of them, so let's do that. That gives me 3 thermic alloys, which is what I need. I need 5 military grade alloys. Where are the military? Oh, there they are. Now, this is probably 5. I'm not going to get that, am I? Because they're like grade 1 things, so I'm probably going to have to, rather annoyingly, do some grinding to find some. Easy, go to a high grade emission and get those. Okay, easy. Have you seen my streams before? Okay, so military grade alloys are out of the question now. I should be able to do a tiny bit more engineering then from here. Yeah, so I can do the level 4. So best done with collect Olympics and a few Olympics is enough. Okay, so you might have to talk me through that one. Right, so we've done 4. We just need, annoyingly, we only need 1. Why did I say we needed 5? Oh yeah, so I do need 5 because I need to do it 5 times, of course. So yeah, so I need 5 military alloys. Okay, I've got enough to do the experimental effect, which it won't tell me now, but I've got that printed out. Okay, so that's how are we doing now? Ship down. Current 78 light years. Oh, that feels like it's gone down slightly. Can I buy a Olympic controller here? Well, that's a very good question. Yeah, let's find out. Golden Star ordered to be is a dominable courage and absolute fortune was new striving almost the battle elements and game of God's sponsor on the weather. I'll do my best. Yeah, the limpets are probably a bit overcomplicated as well, aren't they? Right, so we haven't got any hard points, surprisingly. Our core internal at the moment. Have I got, no, that would be optional, won't it? So I've got a little bit of cargo space that I can use for a limpet. I've got a repair limpet controller, which obviously I built for fixing the hull. So can I swap that out, do we think? With, ooh, no, collect a limpet. Oh, there we go, collect a limpet controller. So they do have one. So, yes. Okay, so I've stored the repair limit controller for now. Not that it's like super expensive anyway, but okay. Then I need to buy some limpets, don't I? How do you do that? What? Nope. Limpets, there we go. So how many limpets should I? Well, I've only got space for 12. How many limpets should I have? 4? 8? All the limpets. Okay then. 12 limpets is. All the limpets.
Cargo hold at maximum
Right,
capacity.
okay. Right, so where am I going then? So if I'm going back to this high grade emissions find, let me just show you that again. This thing that you've sent me. So is this basically saying, so I'm after military grade alloys, aren't I? That's what I need. So shall I just go here to Sinufi something? There is HIP, which might be closer. Let's check this. The fast way to find a HG is to scan a nav beacon in any populated system. Okay. But this is basically saying these ones are available, isn't it? So HIP 46598. Okay, go to Mulag. Mulag? Okay, go to Mulag. Alright. That one has exclusively what I need. How far away is Mulag? Strange system name. Mulag it is. It's a whole 2 jumps in my Uber wagon. Right, okay, well we'll go there then. Mulag or bust. Let's try. Right, we're off to the Mulag system. Alright, so I'm going to have to set my fire groups as well, aren't I? Let's put that on group 1 there. Onwards we go, onwards we go.
Clear the landing pad. You are go for departure.
Oh, no.
Hull integrity compromised. Shields offline. Taking damage.
that was close to busts. It's only a minor scratch, we're fine. Oh dear. It's nothing for the big ship. I still managed to crush it.
Clear the exclusion zone. Hope to see you again, Commander.
Bet he doesn't.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, see, the shields help there. They absorb at least some of the impact. You don't have to convince us a shield is needed. Everybody was doing that thing from, what's the film? Galaxy Quest, and then all leaning to the left. Oh, now the stars disappeared. What's going on? It's all crazy stuff. Mulag.
Shields online.
Yay! Ship has recovered a bit.
Fuel scooping.
Well, I've started engineering this shield, so I'm not going to muck about with it now.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so what do I do here? Scan the nav beacon when I arrive.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Mulag is just linguistic corruption and more lag. Okay, so we're going to the heart of the lag in Elite Dangerous. I need to scan the nav beacon. Right. Let's shut down the
Fuel
engines then.
scooping.
There's the nav beacon. Where actually is the nav beacon? Oh, it's on the other side of the sun. Activating the Super Cruise boost.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Scan it, don't whack it off. Look how far overshot. That supercharge boost thing is insane, isn't it, really? I thought I was just literally going just round the corner, but half a solar system away. Right, okay, then select the nearest high-grade emissions signal. Okay, Commander Cybid Army is ahead of me. Very, very worried for my continued existence. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, scan it, don't whack it. Okay, that's good advice. I'll do my best. It is always on the other side. It's like whenever I want to land anywhere interesting, it's always on the dock as well. I just seem to be very unlucky with that. You need to try and find a high-grade emission that is in a war or civil war state. Okay, well I'm just going for what that thingamajig told me. So all these fan sites, are they sort of mining the really dangerous API then, effectively? Or is it just sort of volunteered information that people are providing? Alright, scan the navigation beacon. Yes, Commander Cybid Army, a very familiar looking ship. Right, I've got that. So now what? Jump back into Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive charging.
They rely on reading player journals. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Mac 10s, two perfect examples of engineering in nav beacons and lightfall. Yes, the nav beacons seem to be entirely indestructible. So what am I looking for here? I'm seeing high intensity combat zones, which doesn't sound like a good idea. High grade emissions, right. Convoy dispersal patterns. Degraded emissions, encoded emissions, high grade emissions. There we go. Hey. Right, it's time for a little bit of that boost. Not the fast drop, that's not the one. I'll go for this one because we can go like at ridiculous speeds. What speed are we at? Oh, look at the speed! I still haven't quite figured out how you estimate when to switch on and off the SCO drive, but there we go. Encouragingly, this says that there's threat 0, which is exactly the sort of amount of threat that I can do with. I've done 2 loops of shame now. Is there a new name for that, by the way, given it's a SCO drive thing? Boost of shame. Ring of regret. Something like that. I haven't quite figured out when to switch it off. Somebody said 1,000 light seconds out, but that seems to be too much, depending on what speed you're going, of course. It's called Zoomies. Excellent. Figure of 8. The really big loop of shame. Circle of sorrow. I quite like that. The circumference of confusion. At full speed of 4 kilos light seconds, right? So, military supercapacitor. So basically, what do I want to just pick these things up? The million pits.
Cargo scoop deployed.
So there are a bunch of materials here, but all military supercapacitors. So what do? Just move into the zone and then... And I'm presuming I fire my limpets, do I? Do I need to select a particular type of limpet? Or particular type of cargo? What am I after again? I'm after military grade alloys. Okay, so don't select anything. But these aren't the right thing, or are they just? Is it just going to be tradable? So if I just fire my limpet, don't select anything, just fire the limpet. Cannot activate system colonization.
Programming limpet drone.
Okay, I'll sit here and see what the limpets do. Presumably my cargo hold open.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Is that open?
Cargo scoop deployed.
Okay, so they're tradable. Okay. So can I find more than one? No, I think I've only got one. Oh, I see. How can you not know how to... Well, see, I used to fly around doing it manually. Okay, so hang on, one limpet is operating at a time because I've only got a small limpet controller. That's right, isn't it? So presumably my limpet will eventually expire. So long as I sit here and don't move, I should be alright. So let's go for the external camera then. What's going on here? Here it goes. It's my little my little limpet. Let's get a little bit of sunlight on my ship. It's a very hard working little limpet, isn't it? I'm trying to get the sunlight on the ship a little bit. Which I'm not doing very well. I've got Sidewinder sitting off my bow. That'll do. It is a good looking ship, isn't it? Okay, so basically all these things are useful and I can just trade them back where I was. Stuff that I actually want. Cunning. I love how they never fix the limpet clipping through the cargo hatch, yeah. It doesn't fly around to the front for some reason, does it? I quite like the limpets though, they're cute little things, right? They're very happy. We got a shot of the undercarriage? Oh, there he goes again, look. Isn't he good? Some people selfie themselves past my camera. Photobombing my ship. Okay, grants third-party access to the FTO API for your account, journal, nothing else. Okay. I like the little limpet videos on YouTube. Little limpets that can. That's alright, they're really good. He's working hard. So is this is giving me materials, is it? Let's have a look. Oh, I actually get in here. My inventory, presumably. So I'm getting some all this stuff. What was it I'm getting? Military something, wasn't it? Military supercapacitors. I've got 60 of them now. Is that good? So those are tradable for the things that I need. Is that right? It's a shame you can't just scoop the limpet up. So yeah, I'm just going to leave the limpet to do its thing. Seems to be very happily doing the thing. Does seem a waste leaving the port, especially after it's worked so hard. I'm getting a lot of super military capacitors here, which is good. Can you recall the limpet? That'd be nice. Best to blow them up, put them out of their misery. I haven't got any guns on this ship though, that's a problem. I feel sorry leaving the poor thing behind because the funny thing is when it's finished its job, it just sort of sits there and tags along like a small puppy underneath your ship. You have to leave it behind. It's like, was I a good limpet? Why have I been abandoned? was that a good limpet? You're a very good limpet, but I'm gonna have to abandon you now because that's the game. It's just so mean. Oh dear. It's very dark out here. Is he coming back to rescue me? It follows you like a remora, which is funny behaviour for a little bit. What did it say? Something limpet. It's very hard working, this limpet.
Engaged.
Repair limping here. What? What? Oh, somebody repairing me. Thanks, whoever that is. I'll never send that limpet again.
Limpet successful.
Thank you very much, whoever fired a limpet. I was like, where's that coming from? Well, apparently there are no valid collection targets, but I can see some stuff over there. See, look, 124 meters away. Why can't it pick that up? Is it just too far off? Well, it might be full of military capacitors. My capacity for military capacitors. Yes, I can't get any more. Oh, so you can only have a certain amount of totally exceeds it. Oh, there we go. Right. First time chat. I'm back. Yay. Top Gun. Good to see you. Top Gun 1989. That was a good year. Okay, so I'm full. So alas,
Scoop retracted.
I must leave my poor little limpet behind. No. It's gonna sit underneath the ship. Where is it? Where's my limpet? Come on, little limpet. Where are you? Here he is. Look. He's like, no, I'm still here. It's doing little loops going, was I good? Was I good? What else do you want me to do? What's next? Poor little limpet. Oh dear. Right. So I need to go back to the materials trader. Where was that? That was in the mold something system, wasn't it? Not the Mulag system, it was... back here somewhere? Back sack was where we started, wasn't it? There it is. It was Walgander, that was the one that was named before. Didn't begin with M at all. So I'm going to have to leave my worthy limpet behind, alas.
Cannot comply. Frame shift.
There we go.
Charging.
Top Guns has just finished Reclamation, amazing work. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment on what is now actually a surprisingly old book. That is 12 years old. Can you imagine that? That's when I finished writing it back in 2013 while the game was still being developed. That's insane, that is. Wow. Yeah, I mean, even Premonition was 2017. I finished writing that really in 2016. Most of it. So that's almost 10 years old. It's scary how time goes by, isn't it?
Fuel scooping.
Am I going back to the system to get more? I don't think I need to, do I?
Fuel scooping complete.
How's the new book coming on? It's been slow the last couple of weeks because I haven't had any time to do it. My day job, such as it is, came back with a bit of a vengeance in the last 3 weeks. So the next few weeks I'm actually doing like proper work for a bit, which is going to get in the way of the new book. But I'm fairly confident that I'll have the new book out before too long. I am also working on getting all my existing books onto multiple different platforms at the moment. So I managed to do some updates to them and fix a few bits and pieces. So yeah, so watch the space on that as well. So there'll be new avenues for those sort of things, and a second edition coming out in there as well. So yes, it's all stuff is happening. It's just there's so much stuff to do.
Fuel scooping
that it takes me a while. Well, are we are in the right place. Let's see. Right. Where am I going now? Cassidy Orbital, there we go. Let's go back there. Oh, there we go. Shadewood 2nd edition now with enhanced Maru suffering. Well, Maru. No, I'll swap back my repair limpet control, assuming I can do this final upgrade. Then I can pop back to the Laxac system and do the experimental upgrade as well that you recommended. So that should be quite good. Remember, when you need to record the talking books, you need a good sound engineer. I shall definitely give you a buzz, Mr. Unofficial. Indeed, indeed. So yeah, so I'm working on the Mobilus story at the moment, which I suspect is probably going to be at least a 2-parter. I'm afraid. I just can't write short stories. This is my problem. The thing is, I've got a cast of, I suppose, 6 primary characters for the Mobilus, and there's a whole bunch of supporting characters as well. And in order to give them enough development time, at least for me, I seem to need multiple books. So, do I need an amateur lighting engineer? I think what I do need is a good electrician at the moment.
This port operates under federal jurisdiction. You must submit a request before landing.
So that's all good. Why haven't I got a landing? Oh, there it is.
Approved for access. Proceed to landing pad 05.
So is Maru the same Maru? Yes, Maru is the same Maru. I've not changed anything from the 2nd edition fundamentally. I've just corrected a few errors that I noticed along the way. Oddly enough, particularly in the first book, which I thought I'd be paying more attention to, but there were more errors in the first book than the other 3 combined, which I thought was a bit weird.
Steady traffic in this area, Commander. Be vigilant.
Be vigilant.
Landing gear deployed.
Pad 5 is over there. Yay. Right. There we go. Alan's looking forward to reading more Mobilus, but by God, I need Hagara 2. Yes, I need to get my finger out and start on Hagara 2. I haven't really. I've plotted it, but I haven't started it, so that's bad. Sorry. There's too many books, not enough time. I need to retire. This is my problem. Since I've moved up here to Scotland, there's also this croft that I now own, which has got like 4.5 acres of land, which also requires me to do stuff. So I'm quickly learning what stuff I need to do, and there's quite a lot of it, as it turns out. Contacts. Materials trader. What do I need again? Something stupid. I need some military grade alloys. I need some of them. And I've got a whole bunch of them. I need 5. There we go. It's a good deal for that dude, isn't it? He does really well out of it. Okay. Right. Engineering workshop. So now I can do shield generators level 5. Nice. Do some magic spell casting here. Chances, actually, you're quite right. Actually, right at the moment, Unofficial, I definitely can't retire because my pension. I checked it this week, and I wished I hadn't. After the Trump tariff situation, it's considerably gone down in the last few days. I was like, really, Mr. Trump? So, I mean, if you're an American, it must be even worse if you've got a 401. I think is it a 601k or a 401k or whatever it is? If you're exclusively invested in the States, you must be really rather disappointed because it must be catastrophic. I mean, I think about 30% of my pension is invested in US stocks and shares or something like that, and that's been bad enough. if you were 100% invested in US stocks and shares, that must have been pretty disastrous. So dear, oh dear, oh dear. So yeah, I hope it's one of those things where there's a plan, right, guys? just waving to all the American viewers. You've got a plan, right? Yeah, I've got a plan, haven't you? Dear. So yeah, it's not good, is it? Not good at all. They got, but I didn't vote for it. I'm over here. All these stocks and shares, this calls, but there is a plan, says Frank Money. It belongs to the Russians. My plan was to mine bitcoins when they were $40 each. Oh, nice. Just a little bump. Well, even surely the billionaires must be a little bit miffed about this whole situation. I mean, I don't want to make it a political stream, right? Because we don't do politics. The whole point of this game is to get away from it. We do space politics, but not real politics. But yeah, kind of like if they've lost a few billions, it's like can't be good, right? Right. So now we need to go back to. So yeah, so alas, according to my finances, I'm going to need to work a bit longer because dear Mr. Trump has taken away a chunk of my pensions at the moment. I don't think I need anything else. I think I'm okay. This is we're building an exploration Mandalay. I sort of vaguely with Distant Worlds 3 in mind. So the idea is to optimize it as much as possible.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
Let's try not to smash the ship to pieces on the way out here. Does that successfully. Nice. So how's the ship doing now? Okay, we're at 76 knots. So it seems to have gone down a bit. So I'm going to go and get that experimental effect now.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, ads on my stream soon. Click here to support Drew's retirement and benevolent society.
4, 3,
Oh, I'm still carrying the limpets. That drops the range. Okay, that might make sense. Yeah, so I've got a cargo full of limpets that I don't actually need anymore. I'll give it to them in a minute. Okay, they're the reason. Fair enough. Fair enough.
fuel scooping complete.
Right, we need to go to this engineered place, don't we? Which is presumably on the surface of the... Oh, this is the planet with the wibbly wobbly things, isn't it? The hills, as we decided. Now, I don't know if this is me again, but the last time I went here, there's a problem with where the surface port location is. I'll see if it does it this time, because last time I went here, I nearly crashed into the ground. Because the place where the navigation thing says it isn't where the actual base is. So if you follow the navigation thing down to the ground, it'll smack you to the ground a couple of kilometers away from the base. It's like that's. So I don't know if that was a glitch or whether that's something wrong with this location. This is Chung Lee's place. So yeah, no, sorry. This is the Mandalay. Yes, we are flying the Mandalay here. Mach 10 is visiting every pulsar in the galaxy, ping-ponging off neutrons to make 30 light years of print. Wow, it's quite a cool thing. I do like visiting things like that, actually. Pulsars are very cool. So let's just see if this works again. Because the last time I tried this, it was offset, and it was actually quite dangerous if you weren't paying attention. Which, of course, you won't be surprised. No, I wasn't until I suddenly thought, that ground thing is coming up rather fast. I think I might have to do something about that. Emergency, pull up, pull up. So yeah, that was a bit alarming. It was. dangerous in this game. I mean, yeah, I suppose, yeah, but there's danger and there's danger. Don't mind a bit of danger, but I think deliberately offsetting the navigation beacons is going a bit far, isn't it? So you've survived the Thargoid invasion. Yes, yes, yes. You've survived deep space exploration. Yes, yes, yes. You've survived the pirates and the Imperial overlords. Yes, yes, I've survived all that. But can you survive the nav beacon being kilometers off to the left? What? Ah! Boom. Seems a bit mean. There's danger. I mean, it's not elite cynical, is it? It's not elite masochistic. It's elite dangerous. See what? So there it says Traders Rest coming in, right? And look, there it is wrong, isn't it? Look, the indicator is you can see the base above there. It's nowhere near where the reticle is pointing. So if you follow that down, you end up in the wrong place. Look how far off it is. So yeah, it's nowhere even near. I mean, it's got to be 4 or 5 kilometers off where it's supposed to be.
Solon, Peterson Delta, Romeo, Echo, commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols. Access granted.
Pad 7.
Proceed to landing
Pad 07.
pad 07.
So it's a bit weird, isn't it? Let's come on, top shot, just thunk in the ground.
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. Right, so local service. Let's just get rid of the limpet since we don't need it.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship
Can I do that?
restraints.
I can.
Your arrival has been noted.
Has it? Excellent. Get rid of the limpets. Right, now we should be able to do the experimental effect. Well, I earned some merits by doing some things. Shield generator, select. Right, experimental blueprint here. And I need strip down. Did you say strip down was the one I wanted? Or low draw? I can do either of them. But presumably I can only do one. Yes, Top Shot says. He always says yes when I ask a question with an either or in it. Which I suppose is logically correct. Doesn't help me make a decision though. Top Shot, I'd use strip down if you're on good on power. I think I'm okay. Let's have a quick look. Although I've got a bit of heat management. See, my usage is way down actually, so I think I'm okay. But that's because my engines are off, isn't it? But I keep the auto field maintenance unit switched off, so it's not a problem. So let's do strip down then. Strip down, but you can leave your hat on. Oh yeah, look, mass minus 10%. Oh well, that was worth having then. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so where's that got us to after all that stuff? Where now it's 78 light years. What do we start the stream at? I didn't think it was much different. Oh, I didn't pick up my module either, did I? I did sell the limpets. I can't remember. Has that actually gone up? I mean, I presume we got better shields now. My cargo hold should be empty, shouldn't it? Where's the actual cargo? Yes, I haven't got anything in the ship. I don't need the. I thought that'd be a bit higher actually. I was hoping to get over 80. Strip down doesn't do much on a D shield. Okay, that's fair enough. Oh well. So, well, my shield health is a bit higher. Okay, that's fine. So, suggestions in my lovelies. With what I've got accessible to me, what else should I do? Shield boosters I haven't got any of, so that won't help me. I haven't got any of this other stuff, have I? Do I need a cargo rack on the explosion ship? I suppose I don't really. Let's have a look at outfitting here for me. Can I finish? Oh yeah, finishing the sensors, so maybe that's it. Yeah, so I was planning on bringing some repair limpets. Remove the life support and the pilot. Yeah, so I don't need... No, I don't think the racks weigh. I think the limpets weigh something, don't they? So yeah, I think you're right. The sensors is probably the... Let's have a look in here then. So, sensors. Lightweight scanner I've got to there. Okay, so in order to do those, I wonder if I've got... I should have checked this before. I wonder if I've got enough. Let's pin that blueprint, because I might be able to strip a bit more weight out of here. So what do I need here? This is going to be me going back to the thingy, isn't it? Proto-light alloys. I need 4 of them. And for that one, I need another 5. So that's 9. I need some proto-radiolic alloys. 5 of them. And what do I need for the experimental effect? Does it tell me? It doesn't even tell me what it is at the moment. Okay. Okay, so I can probably get them by going back to the trading place, can't I? Because I had stack loads of those, well, military capacitor thingies. Then I can also go back and pick up my repair limpety thing. So, are my thrusters engineered? No, I haven't done anything like that. I don't. See, the problem is, which engineer do I need to do thrusters? Because I haven't. I did the Felicity. I think I've done a bit of... Ah, no, there's all that thing about clean and dirty drives and stuff. I haven't done that either, because I didn't know what to do. Need Palin for G5. Okay. So let's see if we can do the lightweight thrusters. Did I pin the right thing? Sensors. No. I've got that blueprint pin, so I can do that remotely. Okay, good. Let's try and get that bit sorted out. That'll probably do me for tonight, because I'm getting tired and I'm going to crash my ship if I'm not careful. It'll all be for nothing. Let's go back there, and I can pick up my other thing as well. Dirty is better than clean for exploration. Okay. Yeah, I think the entire game is full of technobabble. Oh, we haven't been across to the Pink Panther, have we? We must do that. We must go to the Pink Panther. It looks like the mountains are behaving themselves now.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
It's quite a high gravity planet, actually, isn't it? 1.3G. Yeah, no, I'll go to the Pink Panther. But let's just do this last little bit of engineering here for the thingamajigs.
Disengaging automated flight control.
And then we'll
Safe travels, Commander.
then we will go and go to the Pink Panther. Looks like the mountains are behaving themselves here. It's that quality internet dish, that's what it is. It's sorted out the mountains for me.
1. Engage.
Right. Actually, to be honest, I've been well impressed with the internet where I am with this WiMAX system, I think they call it, which is like a point-to-point transmitter. The transmitter I get my Wi-Fi from is about 20 kilometers away, which is why they've given me a big dish to pick up the signal. But it's great. I mean, here I am. I'm literally quite a long way in the middle of nowhere, and
Frameshift drive charging.
6 miles from the nearest town. I use the word town advisedly. It's got 4,000 people in it. That's the big town nearby. So yeah, it's and there's no cable out here. There's no fibre, nothing, right? There's no water. There's no gas. There's no. We've got electricity. That's the only service we have. Everything else is coming in. Yeah, it's brilliant. And the ping is a very regular 13 milliseconds. So oh, my stream glitched it. Oh. That was all right. It must be your problem.
Fuel scooping complete.
As the speed increases, yeah, I'm now up to 100 megabits, whereas I was down about 60 to 70 before. So yeah, no, all is good. All is good. Yeah, and I'm streaming here. This is, I'm streaming in full HD. At least I think I am. At least I was. So yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it works well. Yeah, I can't really complain about it because it seems to be entirely reliable and it's not affected by the weather either, which is good. It can be raining, sleeting, snowing. I don't presume it's something to do with the frequency that's being used. It seems to cut through the weather without any problem at all. Somebody walked between the antennas. Yeah, it's happy days. I mean, as long as I've got electricity and internet and heating, obviously, then all is good. I know. Imagine a backwater like Scotland having the interweb. The UK has been so badly served by tech in some places, though. I mean, even where I was before, down in Kent. Remember, I used to have to sort of reserve my streaming to particular days because we only had 20 megabits there for a long, long time, and it eventually, in the last 2 years that I was living there, we got upgraded to proper fibre where we had 500 megabits. But that was literally only in the last couple of years, and I've got better internet here in the remote wilds of Scotland than I had down in a major town in Kent for most of the time I was there. It's mad. So don't jinx yourself. No, I'm not a superstitious guy. Touch wood, lucky rabbit's foot. So I don't know what frequency it is actually. I don't know what frequency. I'll have to look into it actually at some point, see if I can find out.
Zorgon Peterson, Delta Romeo Echo. This port is under federal control. Submit your randomized security scans on approach. Approved for access. Please
Someone's getting shot at.
pad 4 or 5.
Yeah, so I mean, we will never. They've told us. Okay, there we go. 52 gigahertz. That's a lot of gigs. That's a lot of hertz, isn't it? Oops.
Landing gear deployed.
Donk.
Attention, Commander. Collisions will not be tolerated. Slow down.
Just leave me alone. Can I cook toast on the dish? I haven't tried that actually. I mean, I haven't tried the link in the heavy snow because it wasn't snowing when we had it installed, but it had snowed, but the snow was on the ground rather than coming down from the air. Right, let's do some more. What have I got to get again? Proto-light alloys. It's engineering, like, it's a huge amount of fun, isn't it? I'm sure this stream has been highly entertaining. Right, I've got to find some proto-light alloys. Where the hell are they? Oh, yeah. Protolite alloys. There we are. Well, how many of those do I need? 9. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, and then we also need a proto-radialic alloy, which I need 5. So, fortunately, we're only just about got enough. Wow. There we go. Okay, that allows us to have a lightweight thingy. So let's just do that. Here we go. Right, sensors. Let's do that one. I don't know what that sound's supposed to be. Somebody with a base spanner or something? Yeah. A space torque wrench, perhaps? Remember the limit control, yes. Yes, yes, I'll make sure I'll do that. A sonic hydro spanner, is that what it is? There we go, we've done the things. But we can't work out what the experimental effect is. Maybe it could be a sonic screwdriver, yes. Wasn't it? It was originally a slot machine, you're right. Right, let's get it outfitting while I think about it. Mensky says there was some big grant voucher scheme a few years ago for getting fibre to places. Yeah, that's the one I've used, Mensky. They I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, I didn't have to pay for the installation or the super big dish that I've got. It was all effectively free. I just pay the monthly fee. So yeah, it's a good, as far as I'm concerned, it's a good deal. So yeah, so I got the grant and everything for it. So it's like rock and roll. So all I need to do now is I need to buy some solar panels and some batteries and stuff, which have got down to a price that I think is kind of vaguely reasonable. I should be able to pretty much be electrically self-sufficient for something in the order of £15,000 to £17,000. So if I can do that, yeah, I'll be pretty self-sufficient because I've got my own water here as well. I don't have to. Yeah, the water comes off the hillside literally. Into a tank. So yeah, so water is self-contained. I could be pretty much self-sufficient on electricity, and then yeah, and with the internet being provided like that, it's pretty good. Well, I'm thinking of I've got enough space here. I'm going to look into it because I've got enough space to put the panels on the ground. You see. I don't have to have them on the roof. And I'm thinking actually it might be better because, you know, I mean, solar panels on the roof are good if you're going to combine space, but, you know, the last thing you really want to do with a roof is drill holes in it, really, isn't it? So I might be able to put the solar panels on the ground somewhere. And then if needs be, I can go out and get a broom, can't I? So yeah, so oh, I saw the repair. Yeah, so was I supposed to repair it? Yeah, above the fallout bunker. Yeah, so I'm going when the zombie apocalypse rolls around, which undoubtedly it will. Right, I'm going to be here. So you're more than welcome to pop up and share a cold tin of baked beans with me. So yeah, so I'm thinking, you know, 3 or 4 batteries and maybe I don't know 20 solar panels or something to keep them charged up. That should do me for probably 3/4 of the year, I thought. So yeah, so it's all to be done. I'm just in light of Trump's stuff. And antics. I'm just going to figure out how the finances work there, of course. But so runs down titles. Yes, the problem. You don't want to live near a big metropolis because you're going to get taken out, aren't you? The problem with living near a big metropolis is you either get taken out in the blast, which is probably the best way to go. To be fair, isn't it? or you're possibly going to be taken out by the looters very quickly as well, because everyone, anybody who survives a blast is going to be looking for food fairly soon, right? So our plan up here is that we're self-sufficient on water already. We could, if we put our backs into it, be self-sufficient on food, without too much work. It would be a bit of a boring diet, but it would work, and we could then. All we need to do is then defend the homesteads. So what I need to do is it's basically somehow get hold of a bunch of guns and stuff, and see how we go from there. So yeah, just watch this space as I do some prepping for the zombie apocalypse. That would be a stream in itself, wouldn't it? That'd be quite good fun. Right, now we need to head to the Pink Panther, I feel. Let's do that. Into the Didun system. Didun, 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 Didun. Let's go and have beers at the Pink Panther. So how am I looking? How am I looking? 70. Oh, look at that! 79.36 light years. I just need to get over 80. That's all I need to do. Launch. First time chats there, Zeno Crimson. By the way, which is the oldest starport in Lead? I'm pretty sure that would be Lave Station in the Lave system, Lave, because I'm pretty sure it was the first ever operational Coriolis station, which would make it the first station in the universe for Lead.
Outside the exclusion zone.
That clunk. This just, why is it so busy? However, I mean, there would have been space stations in the Sol thing before Lave. So, but yeah, certainly the first Coriolis station would have been the Lave system. But whether there were space stations in Earth orbit, I mean, technically the ISS is the first starport, right? Maybe? I don't know, it depends how you measure starport. Reckless flying. Yeah, he wouldn't catch me doing anything like that. What is the jump range for the unladen Mandalay? Hot wild haggis with a bow and arrow, says Hockney Sean. Yeah, I could try that. But are you near the naval base on the east coast of Scotland? Yeah, I'm probably a bit close to the naval bases to be ideal, actually, thinking about it. So there's just nowhere safe, is there?
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Well, a good question actually then, Crimson. Is the Coriolis the oldest starport? It was certainly built hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It really depends what you mean by starport, though, because hyperdrive was invented only about 200 years from now in the Elite timeline. It's quite an early piece of technology, actually, hyperdrive. It's been around for centuries. Although it took a long time in Elite lore to be miniaturized to the point where you could put it on a small ship like the ones we fly. Hyperdrive was only available to massive ships for long periods of time. Wouldn't the Orbis? No, it shouldn't be the Orbis. It should be the Coriolis, because the Orbis stations didn't exist in the original Elite. It shouldn't be. It should be the Coriolis, but there's no. I mean, there would have been other space stations around. So look at that, the Pink Panther. Let's go and have a beer in our. I shouldn't say my, because you guys helped me build it. Let's go and have a beer in our space station. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, the Dodex stations are all gone, so there would have been a few of those one would have thought about, but Um, so yeah, so I've got the Guardian frame shift booster on this ship, and I'm up to just under 8 lighted. So how old is the Dark Wheel station? Well, there's some. I'd have to go and look it up now because I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's an entry in there somewhere. There's two conflicting numbers actually, both officially in the law, for when the Dark Wheel was first referenced. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to go back and revisit some of those things and check them out. Here we are, the Pink Panther.
Docking request denied.
Really? On my own station? It's because there's only one medium pan, isn't there? Somebody else is using it.
Docking request denied.
Top Gun is currently building an orbit station, so there's a lot of work solo. Xenogrim is an Ian Bell. I don't know. Because Robert Holstock wrote most of the manual for the original Elite. Although he would have been inspired by Braben and Bell, I imagine. It's difficult to know who was responsible for what there.
Docking request denied.
65,000 CMMs.
Docking request granted.
Hey, there we go. Yes, we did talk about Distant Worlds earlier on in the stream, so it'll be in that VOD. Now, where's the landing pad? We do need to get this station made pink, don't we? We really do. There it is. I'm approaching this from the right side. Which way around it is. No.
Landing gear deployed.
That was a nice little loop there, look. Very pretty. Landing loop of shame. No, that was called style. That's what that was.
Successful.
Falling with style.
Engines disengaged.
Right, let's clear the pad. Nobody else needs it. So yeah, I really want the pink skin for the Pink Panther. It's showing off. Yeah, exactly what it was. It's very cool though, the Pink Panther. It's a great name for a station. Right. What am I doing? We're just going to the bar, aren't we? Here we go. So yeah, I need to get the pink skin for this when it becomes available.
No gravity. Magnetic
Yeah, look, everything's been fixed. Like all the screens are working and everything. Excellent. What would be really cool is if you could control what the advertising boards were showing. Now that would be even better, wouldn't it? What ship is my favourite from the Elite franchise? Oh, that's a tough one. I think ships that exist today, it would still be the Cobra Mark III because it's just the classic ship. I do like a lot of the other ships, but the Cobra Mark III is still the classic ship. All-time favourite ship, though, from the entire franchise, one that no longer exists, alas, in Elite Dangerous, would probably be the original Imperial. The original Imperial Courier from Frontier Elite 2, which had spinny little engines and expanding leg cells and stuff like that. That was just cool. Yeah, that would be my favourite ships. Oh, look, book Galactic Tours. Watch as the ships go sailing in the neutron. Oh, yeah, look, everything's working. Look, Pink Panther is open for business. There's people here and people lounging on the seats. All the stuff you'd expect.
want to help the good guys get even
No,
and
there's
earn
some
a few credits.
dodgy
Step on up.
people selling missions. Yay.
The Thargoids represent a clear and present danger to humanity.
Apparently the Thargoids represent a clear and present danger to humanity. I'm pretty sure we beat them, didn't we? There we go, look. There's a bar. Oh, and some people floating. Oh, look, it is a zero-G bar after all. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody. Yeah. They've done zero-G. Well, that's an interesting way of using a table. Okay. That table's in the right place, but these guys aren't. So what's happened there? Some slightly weird stuff's going on. They haven't fixed the fan. Look, it's still missing a blade for reasons that aren't obvious. These guys are stuck to the floor. Somebody's clapping at me. Who's that? So yeah, there is a bit of zero-G going on. Good way to relax, kick off the mag boots and just hang out. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I mean, that's actually, oddly enough, how it should be in this place. But there we go. There we go, good morning. Right, let's give you a salute. So, and here at the bar, of course, there are no beers. She looks very serious. She does.
I've definitely been to better ones.
It has a good vibe for the most part.
That's
Great
good.
for hanging out.
I was going to say,
Well,
are they dissing my?
it can get a little bit out of control.
Dissing
Maybe
my?
too much if you ask me.
They're dissing my bar. Oi, steady on. Ah dear. None of us medium pilots could join you. Need a bigger station. Okay, we're gonna have to build a bigger. We're gonna need a bigger station. A settlement. Yeah, settlement would be fun, wouldn't it? Commander Burns drunk all the beer. Quite a weird sort of bar, actually. Look, this guy's sitting. I mean, he's sort of sitting correct, but it's like your knees are on the bar, or actually his knees are in the bar. So there are a few issues that we need to address here. Tidy up. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, my friends, I'm gonna call it a night because I'm beginning to fade away here, I'm afraid. So, but it's been good. It's been good. We've done some stuff. We've done some stuff tonight, and thank you very much again for your help. I will definitely get some rest and do something. And yeah, I should be back to full strength fairly soon, I'm sure. That would be quite good. But obviously, before we go, we must do the other thing that's become a thing. And I might have some weekly income from the station to pick up. Oh, okay, even better. You got to find me a Twitch streamer who is streaming Elite Dangerous, but doesn't have many viewers. So we try and find the currently least popular Elite Dangerous streamer and give them a visit. We'll give them a raid to boost their numbers. So who can you find online that I can raid with you fine fellows? A cow for all seasons. Excellent. Let me go and check out their stream. There we go. So we'll pop over there then. Okay, they got about 20 viewers. Cosmic has just finished as well. Okay, we'll go for a cow for all seasons then. Let's do that. Right, how do I do that? Is it /raid? Raid, there we go. A cow for all seasons. There we go. Right, take care, my friends. Be good, and I will see you soon. Raid is being assembled. Take care, my goodies. Be good, and I'll see you on Monday.